It is the longest river on earth, the greatest river in Africa, crossing nearly half the continent. It is born of two rivers, the White Nile, which rises near Lake Victoria and heads north through Uganda, and the Blue Nile, which descends from the highlands of Ethiopia. They meet in the desert of Sudan, forming the main trunk of the Nile. By the time it drains into the Mediterranean Sea, its waters have journeyed more than 4,000 miles. To the outside world, the source of the great river was an enduring mystery. But to the ancient Egyptians, the source was clear. The Nile flowed from the realm of the gods.
But what has the Nile to do with mummies and curses?
Everything. There would be no mummies, no ancient Egypt. In fact, no Egypt at all without her. You see, Egypt without the Nile is a desert, suitable for camels and scorpions, but not great civilizations. It's only here, along the floodplain of the Nile, that the desert's heat is softened and arid sand is turned to rich farmland. Nourished and irrigated by the Nile, Egypt became the longest lived of all the great early civilizations. In ancient times, so much water raced down from the lush valleys of Central Africa that the Nile overflowed its banks in seasonal floods. Mineral-rich silk was carried toward the desert of Egypt from lands upstream where wildlife flourished. Rich land made possible a vast farming culture and a stable civilization able to turn from daily survival to works of the mind. Science, mathematics, engineering, and astronomy. They studied the heavens and the seasons, gave us the 24-hour day and the 365-day calendar. Egypt, an old saying goes, was the gift of the Nile. But the Egyptians believed there was one thing even mightier than the Nile: the sun. The god they called Ra, the god who created everything. Each morning, with its rising, the sun god would be born. Each night, in setting, he would die. But the next morning he would rise again, never failing. He was eternal.